Oh, some.
Invite me.
Oh.
Actually, no, yeah.
No, stop playing.
Invite me, Camden.
How?
Just like how you do it in, just like how you do it in a wheel. Just like how you do it in how to do. What's it called? It's called,
you know, just not totally disregard it, just have something real good. I don't know much about wrestling, so like
I don't know how to.
guy I was standing with next to me.
You invite me.
I don't know how either.
Daddy?
Carlos knows. Yeah, get Daddy. Dad! Nice. Nice.
I mean, it was intense. I ain't gonna lie. It was next to last.
How do you invite him?
I don't know. I don't know how to do any of that.
Alright.
Yeah, I got there. We got there 12 to 5.
I want to see if Carlos have a party. Like Tony does.
He was pumped up that he won at the end because
And of course he does.
Man, he's so.
Oh, come to me.
What?
I just got on Madden. I pushed X and it says Calvin Johnson. I can get him.
Plus, you know, Brett, you don't get
What? What?
Look at this. It's a welcome pack.
Push circle. Push circle.
What?
Nice. It gives us the player. Carlos. Why are we not? We're not supposed to be in there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Figure it out. We gotta figure it out. Okay.
high school reps. So, there's really no.
Draw me through party.
Didn't you do that? I need to do party. I don't know how to do that crap. No, I know! You saying I'm in Fortnite? Oh, go to Monday. Go to Monday. Yeah. Oh, okay. What? I can't ask Kaden. I will.
Get away, you can hear him on the mic.
Can you ruin your mic?
Yeah, she'll ruin my life.
Oh my god! Invite me!
I'm calling Caden right now.
Turn up your mic, dog. Okay, Camden!
What?
Not that bitch! Oh, na na na. Oh, na na.
He didn't answer.
You know why?
Because of you.
No, because I have a phone.
Do you really?
What's your password?
I ain't telling.
5802. We can't do it, Camden.
Well, I tried.
Well, no, Camden, I'm gonna go. I'm seeing Carlos wrong. But I know Carlos knows how to do it. I'm gonna. You want to party like you know how to.
It's saying you have nothing. No, I invite Carlos.
I invited him.
Keep standing on my mind. Oh, you please, I don't even chat. Oh, she's bands, I spy. Hey, hi, I will see y'all in chat. I see the vans, I spy. He doesn't even have a party, so.
Dude, I'm gonna get dead. I don't know how to do it. I'll just wait on Dad. Get off the freaking phone. I've been wanting to do this. He was trying to do it off this. And we can still live stream. And I can put the mic in.
Oh, I just said online head to head.
What does that mean?
That means head to head. Facing online people. So what do I push?
You just stay there, Camden.
No, here.
So we're gonna play with each other. All right. Hook up, Camden. Hook up your live stream and see if they can hear me. So I'm gonna put the mic in. Camden.
Okay, push circle.
What?
Nothing, you get on there. What do I push? Stop doing that. Stop pushing buttons.
I need to control it because you're not even the one who knows how to do it. I'm not even doing anything. I'm not even touching anything.
Okay, what do I push?
Which one do you push?
I don't know what to push.
Lower? Push X? Say play now. One, eight,
Ooh, my team's already on.
Alright.
Why are you changing my team?
No. That's you. Alright, Kevin, hook up your YouTube channel. Kevin, hook up your...
No!
I don't know how to hook it up.
Guys, it's not me.
Beer back stream.
gon' do if I leave? I said, I'ma do me. B.I.G. Everything zoomed in. Big homie looking like I'm moving in. Got my foot in the door and we still here. I'm a first generation millionaire. I broke the curse in my family not having. I'm passionate like us after more than just cashing. Feed me to the wolves, now I lead the packet. You boys all cap, I'm more Colin Kaepernick. I'm rare as affordable healthcare. Or going to wealth from welfare. I turn my W's to those. I might buy a crypto. 3 coins that'll pay your whole semester. But you gotta Tesla. Big bank, tight, low buy. Type of money you gon' need to sight. Type of money you gon' need to buy. From the hood, this type of money make you stay white. Type of money gon' let you.
Orange flavor.
Once he black, he'll be back again. Tell him that it's crunch time abdomen. Yes, I caught Chanel and Nadjavin. She did it again, imagine them. About to make these pumps mad again. Back to them. I lead the pack, so my back's to them. Yup, the queen's back, what's happening? Rerun, about to make these work again. Diamond chains on my ankle. Young money in the cut like a tell tip rubber bands on my bankroll. Show my like a
big bank, tight, low buy. Big bank, tight, low buy. Type of money you gon' need to sight. Type of money you gon' need to buy. From the hood, this type of money make you stay white. Type of money gon' let you. Big bank, tight, low buy. Big bank, tight, low buy.
Go to bed. And not for no snack, no TV or nothing. If I have to get on you, get the night. That's it.
You look like Beyonce, looking like
destroy the system. Hoping I ain't lose religion, text and prayers. Hope the message sending know I've been blessed. I've been seeing prophets, mostly yellow shirts. Louder than the broccoli, dancing in my chucks. Feeling out of body, safe to say the man got me on. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hear me now? Can you hear me? Hear me now? Can you hear me now? All in my system, then the one I'm kissing. One might extensions, I don't look like expeditions on. Man, it's too loud. Hear me in your city, cause when I start spitting too much drive, need some power steering, cruising to a better vision. Y'all can you hear me now? 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 Mama, dirty the roads that I've traveled, but I'm on my way. Mama, trust all the steps on my journey, 'cause I'll be okay. I know it's gotta hurt, when you know you could've had a president. Guess that I would rather be the man. Maybe one day I'll go back to school. Think I'm complicated, but I still mean it. They've been trying to screw me, but I've been a genius. Daddy looking more like home since I made moves. Can you hear me now? 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 Oh my God!
I'm on your turf again. This, that, from the back of the I got a girl, right? She go to battle. I let it load the tank. I go in back of the they all from that. My diamonds, they all look at this, that. I go to bed on bed. I got the demon on flats. I got a in the back. Haters, they talk the chat. They step on the rock, I'm at. I'm a K back. 100K. I found out where you lay at. I got the lurking and they hate cats. Pockets stay fat. I got the from the block and they scamming, they know what banks at. I got the work on the avenue, they know what tanks at. I got the live in the mansion, they know what that. I got some that's up in the jet and they know what that. I came on top of the building, yeah, we had a plan. We came on top of the building, yeah, we never ran. Down there, thought that I had a fan. Oh, hey, 10 o'clock, got a flight out, yeah, I'm going back out to Japan. I got 2 Billy truck and a bitch door with a land. Bruce Wayne, I'm Batman, I'm best man. I got my best man, I go to hotels when I step out, yeah, your boy got a doorman. I go to nightclubs with a yeah, they call me the madman. I ain't no madman, I just go crazy, man. Ball hard, can't face, man. Choppers, rip wasteland. This what happen when you give it a taste life, then you give it a wasteland. This what happen when you give it a fake life, and then the ape in. I live with birds again. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the I got a girl, right? She go to battle, I live with birds again. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the I got a girl, right? She go to battle,
top and I tip her. I skip her, I give her the. Girl, you on my line right now. Yeah, I can see the signs right now. Feeling like a boss right now. Feeling like a boss right now. And you just took a loss right now. Dripping in the sauce right now. Get a sprinkle of my style. I'm about to lock down. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I would never ever fall. I feel like a boss right now. Talk to the man right now. Feel like the man right now. Your girl on my line right now. Shorty oughta been my
Oh.
I swear my life is amazing. Blowing money, no hesitation. I'm no basic. I know these be hating, but that's what made me feel like in the real life. Sugar on sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take my home. I just wanna be a
Ow.
Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Got something more than a. In jail I had. I make you cut off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be out. If I see them laying and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Ain't like my beat, ain't no happy related, I'm calling the pop. Who gave you voice? Who told you your thoughts call? GPS straight to the money. I put my. Big homie up. The big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that
Ew. No. No, these were ugly back then. That used to be the Eagles? That used to be the Eagles jersey? In 2007?
Yeah.
That's ugly.
Why you throw it on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dad. Did you want that for your thing?
I picked you to sing.
Dirty. Wait, we gone.
What is that face? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey. Hey.
Okay. Put it on.
They cannot hear me.
They can. You heard yourself.
I can hear. They can hear me from your mic. Oh, la la la. Guys, I'm the Saints.
Between the New Orleans Saints and the Philadelphia Eagles. This is taken as 4.
Get a ball.
I'll take it.
The 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
You like my
I'm about to
jersey?
get the sack.
You like my jerseys?
No, they're trash.
Wentz now on first down.
Oh my God.
By the big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
I'll take it.
I won't take it.
Across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that
Oh,
type of a game in the middle of the defense,
Freaking sack,
it hurts them in
Carson.
so many ways, because most teams
Oh,
like to
wow.
be strong down the middle.
Oh,
If you can stay
whoa, you didn't catch it, Kevin.
things up for you on the
I'll take it.
outside as well.
That's where he's
You didn't catch it.
good, that middle third,
I'll
the
take
seam
it.
routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
I'm so high up. I'm so close to the line.
You're not.
It's like, yeah.
How much you want to bet?
Here now is
I'm so
2nd and 10
close.
from the
I'm
41.
so close.
Yeah, you just try to act dumb whenever I get it and a catching in 5 plays.
They fake the give. Now Wentz.
Oh, if an interception, number 20 was a...
And taking it across midfield.
It says someone's still watching, but
He goes for
it was your iPad, but now it's not.
continue.
Brandon, lest my eyes deceive me.
Hello, person?
Comment down below if you're still there.
I mean, that's the second time they've done it to him here on this drive.
Say hey in the
Opening
comments.
drive, it's a tone setter.
Say hey in the comments, done.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver.
I'll take it.
Now here's a pass
How would you take that when you miss him?
and incomplete.
Said I'll take it. I'll take it.
There wasn't a whole opening
Ken,
in the zone.
I'm sorry, but this is going to be either a fumble or a sack.
Need to be a little
Just
bit
to
more
let you know,
careful.
okay?
Yeah, fortunately for him, we got a couple more downs to play with.
Wentz gonna throw.
Not hitting.
What was that?
Complete.
You were so...
But I will take it.
Is something we all
Stop saying you'll take it. You're just getting
we
mad
do.
that you can't really make it.
Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for. Is that
There you go.
pass was incomplete.
What do you
It's
want
a third and 10
for?
after back-to-back
Love me
incompletions.
like you do. Love me like you do. Okay.
On play action, Wentz.
Oh my God!
Open receiver complete.
Am I good?
Practicing?
What?
Are you practicing?
Yards for him now in his first quarter.
I can't hear
And
that.
also a first down.
Well, I know from past experience, before
Hello, guys?
the game, you visualize
Why
what's
am
going
I
on.
hearing nothing?
And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going.
Drive is good. Opening drive. That's a touchdown. 15 more there, and they're on a roll.
Should've
It's
been
another
pretty
first
good.
down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate.
Yes, it has.
Field gained nice chunks of yardage.
What if I sack you into and at the 1 yard line all the way to the back of the end zone?
Football, that would be pinpoint here.
I was going
Oh, yeah, you know what that is.
Shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been
I know.
it hurts and it's intercepted.
Flag, let's go.
Flag! You never know who it's on though. It's calling on my player.
Down here with a penalty flag on the field.
No, you didn't.
Yes, let's
It's
go.
either on 98 or 78. It was on you. One more push.
I would say X.
Are you just kidding with me?
No, I'm not.
I'm pushing. No, you gotta take it.
Okay.
What do you say?
I put that.
You made me have the ball. You could have made it where I don't have the
Some
ball.
yardage there as they come out on first
Exactly.
and 10.
And you made it where I had the ball.
Exactly.
Back near his goal line. Here's Breeze.
Yeah, you sure about that, buddy?
And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. And the
I don't want to have
defense
Michael. Can you hear?
first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear.
You missed the field!
For them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. While we have a second here, let's peek back to the Super Bowl. The lowest scoring Super Bowl, Charles, in history, 13-3. And it took us 53 minutes to get our first touchdown of Super Bowl 53.
Can you believe they went into the half, 3-0 New England, Stephen Gostkowski with a field goal. Then they finally tie it up with Greg Zuerlein at the end of 3 quarters of the Rams knocking one through the post. The Patriots, a third team to win the year after losing a Super Bowl, the first since the Dolphins in 1972.
And, of course, the big number now for New England, 6 titles, and they are tied with the Steelers for the most ever. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now is what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field. Sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
They give them a gain of 37. Breeze now on first down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now, early on this year, we thought that Michael Thomas might threaten Marvin Harrison's record of 143 catches in a season. Didn't quite get there, but he did lead the NFL CD, 125 of them.
And he's smart enough to make sure he's attached it to hip with his...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Well, CD, the NFL held its awards show the night before the Super Bowl, and as you and I had speculated the last few weeks, Patrick Mahomes, MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, and for the second straight season, how about Aaron Donald, Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah, Donald was expected. We knew that was going to happen. Mahomes, we thought would happen. But there was that school of thought that maybe Drew Brees might walk away with the MVP since he's never won one, but Mahomes a deserving winner. How about the Offensive Rookie of the Year? Saquon Barkley with the Giants. Many thought it might be Baker Mayfield with Cleveland.
Yeah, Defensive Rookie of the Year, Darius Leonard of the Colts, and the Colts Comeback Player of the Year, Andrew Luck, and very deservedly so.
I would say that for sure, and he beat out J.J. Watt, who also would have been a deserving winner. Coach of the Year, I thought was a close vote, or probably should have been closer to me, because I thought Anthony Lynn from the Chargers deserved some respect, but Matt Nagy of the Bears, he ends up winning the award. They went 12-4 in his rookie season.
And then last one we need to mention, Chris Long of the Eagles, well-deserved Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year. Congrats to all.
Yeah, how about that? Donated his first 4 game checks to fund a literacy program that donated free books and mentoring services for families. And remember, last season, he donated every game check to causes that he felt strongly about.
Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I know they got the first down, but Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it, but I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, a kick's either a punt, right, field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick. What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
On play action, it's Wentz. And trying to get it to his tight end, Rodgers, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Well, as the dust settles for the New Orleans Saints on this season, yes, a lot of disappointment for the second year in a row. But, you know, 13-3, #1 seed for the first time since 2009. Now, they did suffer the first home play. Here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Demario Davis. In from his linebacker spot, he's able to drop him for a loss of about 10.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now Wentz. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Wentz. He's got his man on the crossing route. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Well, off topic, but we'd be remiss if we didn't point out what else was happening Super Bowl weekend. The Madden 19 Club Championship, second major this season, 2 more to follow. And our winner, Pavin, representing the Oakland Raiders. He took down the Vikings, and your favorite, Charles, IB Strafen. He had to reach for the ibuprofen after a 38-24 beatdown in the final.
Well, you know, if he was representing the Oakland Raiders, the Vikings went down, and they went down hard. That's how the Raiders do it.
How about Pavin, though, wins $100,000 for his efforts, also won Super Bowl tickets for the next day, unselfishly gave them to his father and his brother.
How about that? That's pretty cool. Congratulations, Pavin. Way to go. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and it passed.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining. As we step aside here. In this first quarter. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They go play action here on first down. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Breeze now to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern, maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A very solid gain of 27. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a play fake. Wentz. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Play action. Now Wentz. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the...
Hills hit, and he lost the football. And the Eagles have recovered.
Well, we may not see it behind the big play sheet that they like to use, but I bet there's a big grin on the defensive coordinator's face. A corner blitz, what we often call a cat blitz. Usually they disguise it, Brandon. You're up on a receiver. It looks like you're going to bump and run with him, press coverage, and then he just takes off straight for the quarterback, and someone comes behind him to pick up the receiver.
And as a former member of the secondary, it makes you happy too, doesn't it?
I can't lie about it. I've got a big grin on my face, too. That was a heck of a play, a heck of a call.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Pass incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Now Wentz, and that's off the mark, incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. Here's Wentz to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards. On 1st and 10, Savage looking left side, and he's got him in. It's Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Savage now to throw. That's out to Hill, right side complete. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And Hill with it over the middle. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down. Here's Savage on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who was this against?
Defense.
So a jump there defensively.
That's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Savage wants to throw yet again. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Play action. It's Savage. He'll buy some time right. And that will be incomplete as well. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They snap it to Savage. Rolling to his right. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it. Eagles defense able to hold. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Still second down.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of the...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he returns it here to his own 8. Yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. So if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Brown. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Well, that interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all. The way up here, Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Before this next drive gets going, we need to discuss the Hall of Fame inductees. There will be 8 in the 2019 class. We got Champ Bailey, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law. Who else am I forgetting in there?
Well, how about a big guy, a lineman, Kevin Mawai, who was absolutely terrific in his career. How about Ed Reed with the Baltimore Ravens and the great job he did in the secondary there. Pat Bolin, Gil Brandt as contributors, the owner of the Broncos and the longtime scout with the Cowboys. And I love the senior committee bringing in Johnny Robinson, the safety with Kansas City.
Tony Gonzalez was a first ballot guy. And, of course, when I hear Ty Law's name, you think, wow, he started this great Patriots dynasty that we're still living. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Richard Rodgers from 19 yards away. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And he's going to let it go deep. He's got a man complete. They give him a gain of 38. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Derek Barnett in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum. Going. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Breeze to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like... Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
Push this.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Here's Breeze. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It give it and it take it away.
Yeah, the guys, and my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 36. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. To throw is Breeze. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 40. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Breeze going to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Now Breeze. Over the middle, it's Thomas. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st down, Breeze completes this one to Meredith. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they're going to be set up down around the 15. yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The final shot before half for Breeze. His throw incomplete. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
In our game, it's been Carson Wentz with a strong first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we
got a man open, it's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Third time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. And that will make this a 19-point game. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Breeze will try again on 2nd down. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Breeze now on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Throwing is Wentz. And he's got the veteran here. It's Mike Wallace. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the bit.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
11.
They go play action here on first down. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Hang in there now. Let's go.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Right there, 56.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5. Wentz to throw on second down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Hey, ready? You ready?
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Gets it to Meredith, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.